what was like your relationship with music, like as a child? Like what led up to you like having this space and being able to create the way that you?
I like started. I mean, it's like literally as far back as I can remember, because I'm pretty sure I started piano lessons when I was like 4 or 5. Like it was like the earliest age that I can remember, so it must have been around then. And I remember my parents have told me that, like, I remember doing this. I used to like sing in the car. I had like a little CD player and I would sing in the car like nonstop, and it was like all my like Disney CDs and stuff. And obviously they couldn't hear my music, so like they would, like, I can only imagine how annoying that was. Like me just in the back doing like karaoke, and like obviously I was like 3 or 4, so I didn't know the actual words, so I was like saying probably nonsense, and I was probably so annoying. But then they were like, this girl can carry a tune. So they put me into like piano lessons, and I did voice lessons too, like with my same teacher, and I just did that forever. And I just like, that was like the first like, I guess, hobby that I had. It was like recreational activity, so that was like always my go-to. And then it just like progressed into me learning more instruments and like taking it more seriously. And I was always like, I want to be a rock star when I grow up. I want to be a rock star and an archaeologist, so those are my 2 options.
Rocks.
Yeah, I love rocks either way.
I wonder if you could like incorporate them, merge somehow.
We're giving them your next album idea.
Yeah. I need to discover like a buried society before I write my next album. But yeah, that's what it's always just been a thing for me. And I did School of Rock when I was younger, like in middle school. I only did it for a couple of years, but that definitely like opened my door to performing with a band. Like I think it's so, even though like I hated on it a lot when I was younger, like I think it's really special that I was able to perform with a band at such a young age. Like
why did you hate on performing with a band?
It wasn't the band. It wasn't the band. It was just like I didn't like it. Like I don't know. I just didn't like I don't want to like badmouth anyone. It wasn't even the people. It wasn't the people. It was great people. I just didn't like it. I think I have like a problem with authority. There was too much authority there. I didn't like it. I also really was not into that type of music because it was all like classic rock and like stuff like that. Okay. And I was like, I don't want to sing like, I don't know, I really don't want to be singing Steely Dan. I'm like a 12-year-old girl. But in hindsight, that's really cool that I was doing that.
Yeah.
And I love Steely Dan. It's funny because literally all the music that we played, I love it now. Like, and that's like what I listen to. But when I was a kid, I was like, I just want to listen to Lana Del Rey and Melanie Martinez.
Right.
Like, I think I auditioned for it with the Melanie Martinez songs. I was like, this is not me, you guys. Like, I cannot be singing the Rolling Stones. Like, I really can't. But
you wanted to be the solo star.
Yeah. I wanted to be. I don't even know. Like, I just like, it wasn't cool to me. But in hindsight, it's cool. I was just like being a really like, I'm like different and like Tumblr and like that's how I was when I was in middle school, so I didn't like it.
But. For sure. I think I went through that same thing where like I grew up, my parents listening to like classic rock, like Beatles and stuff like that, and then now 20 years later I'm like, oh, I love Steely Dan and like all those older hits. So yeah, growth, you know.
But it was a definite like blessing because I think I would have such bad stage fright if I didn't do that. And it probably would have been hard to start playing with a band too, because just like learning how to like cooperate with people in that way is hard, but I did it when I was young, so I'm very thankful for that experience. I don't want anyone in School of Rock to think that I like just love School of Rock.
Well, it's cool that your parents like recognize that.
That's
so young.
No, I'm very like blessed about that, and they've been like so supportive through like everything. Like they're literally my biggest fans. Like they come to all my shows if they can, and I'm glad that they encouraged me to do that. Like I remember in high school I wanted to play tennis, and I was like, I really wanted to try out for the varsity tennis team, but my mom was like, you have to choose School of Rock or tennis, and I was like, oh my god. And I really didn't want to choose School of Rock, but she was like, do you think you're gonna be a tennis player when you're older? Like, or do you just want to do this in high school? And I was like, you're so right. Like, I don't want to be a tennis player. I just like want to make friends and like be on a sports team. Like, so I chose School of Rock, and then I did it for like 1 more year. But like, she was right. Like, she could have just let me do tennis, but she didn't.
Do you still play tennis?
No.
No?
Would you like pick up a racket?
Yeah, it looks
tennis
fun.
rec league or
Yeah.
something?
I gotta have like a challengers moment like that.
Oh God.
I haven't played tennis in a really long time. Like literally probably since like freshman or sophomore year of high school, which is when I stopped, and I haven't played it since then. So obviously it really did not mean that much to me. I think I just wanted to like fit in a little more.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I wanted to do it.
You just need to have a photo shoot like with you. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you
Yeah.
in a tennis
That's a good
racket,
idea.
And then just
I'll keep
get
that
out
one
your
in
system.
mind.
Also for
That's been like a music video idea for me before, like, because it's like, I don't know. But then Challengers literally stole it. Like the tennis part, they stole.
right from you, yeah.
Yeah, not the other part.
Way to go, Zendaya.
Yeah, Zendaya, like, they
Robbed
stole the
that from
Zendaya
us.
part too. I wanted Zendaya in the video.
Oh yeah.
Like, cool.
Of course, yeah.
Don't worry, we'll make some.
We'll see if we can get in touch through YouTube. Also, just going back to like you not knowing the words and singing along, I'm imagining you like LeBron, you know, singing singing the wrong words all the songs.
LeBron was just like, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I love the new song, yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know any of it.
Yeah, words, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's me.
for sure.
Yeah, shout out to my parents for putting up with that.
Yeah.
Like, we would go on like hours and hours of like.
Like you would do this on
rides.
road trips and
Yes.
stuff. Like, oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
sick.
I remember it so vividly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were good for that.
Yeah. It sounds like they've been strong supporters for a long time. Like even now,
Yeah.
like your dad was at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.